I love you as well. Here we are then, looking at some of the menu screens now. Destruction Derby mode. This is one of the first modes we'll look at. Obviously, we had the race in video 1. We've got Destruction Derby here in video 2, and a range of cars that are going to be available. There's a wide range of different cars. Obviously, not all these are Destruction Derby. You've got a little bit of Ken's Gymkhana car down there as well for the Gymkhana action, but we'll get to that in another video. So the stage is set then, lovely scenes. Oh, as you can see, actually, you're just looking at some of the different maps and locations, all highly detailed as we've seen in some of the trailers so far. But for now then, bit of Destruction Derby action. I chose the cop car. What is it? To swerve and deflect, I think is the slogan on it, which I thought was pretty cool. So Destruction Derby mode then. I'm not a Destruction Derby guy, you know, I'm not a drifter, I'm a racing guy at the end of the day, but I do enjoy a little bit of bash about. I think with your mates it's going to be good fun. I'm interested to see what online modes they bring to something like this. You know, I think there's always loads and loads of online sort of modes and potential and everything else that they can bring to it, but it's going to be wait and see. We've got just a few weeks now until we get an explosion of coverage on the channel, and as many of you guys will know, I did a lot of content on Dirt 3 last year and Formula 1, so this will be one of those games. Hopefully I'll get you a stack of content. Unfortunately though, it's all going to be probably on the week of release before we can actually show it to you all. But either way, lots of action as I get knocked out the main arena. You want to get back into that arena as soon as possible. You do get lots of bonus points for knocking people out of the arena, so I'm always hunting around the outside. It's risky because you're on the outside yourself, but if you see an opportunity like that, always nice to knock someone out, get that easy 1,000 points. Something that you do want to do towards the end of the round. So waiting for myself to be reset there, and on I go back into battle. And I use a variety of viewpoints, outside car, in car. I've done these for the benefit of the videos. And I'm doing okay at the moment. This is easier than it is some of the other ones. When you don't have an arena to knock people off, you just score from bashing into them. And there are games when you do really well and you'll score thousands of points and you'll destroy everybody. And then there are games where you just think you boost for somebody and they move just when you get there and you end up going straight into the wall, and it's a bit of a fail. So driving round on the edge, that guy tried to knock me off, cheeky. And this is one of those where there's not many guys in the ring now, as I get taken out. My car was damaged anyway, so that's just inevitable at some point. So nice and new again, back into the battle, and it gets more difficult as it goes on, simply because some of the guys have been knocked out the ring. So when 3 or 4 get knocked out, there's only 2 or 3 in there, so you can find yourself driving around for a while. That's a nice head-on smash there, that done some damage. Another guy seems like he's been wiped out there. Come on, knock him out. Nice. Another 500 points, another 1,000 points. That's given me a little boost, just what I need. Back into the ring. I like the lighting effects actually, the fireworks, the flames, all that kind of stuff. They've really worked on that. Visually it's got a different, much more colourful look than the standard sort of Dirt game. But it's just an idea of sort of artistic style, if you like. A nice T-bone. Didn't do myself any good there, but 2,000 points, always a winner. And we are getting close now. We're in the final few seconds, so you can see the time's 2 points up above. That's why we've got that 2,000 points. This is the time now when you want to score. And I've been knocked down to second place in these last dying seconds. I need one more hit, and there's nobody to hit. Damn it! And that is the end of that session. It happens like that in Destruction Derby. So close yet so far. And then eventually you can see brief clips here from a run where I came first place, one of the different cars, different arenas. Good fun actually, good fun. It's very easy, the car handling's easy, you know, this is not a simulation, it's just a good fun muck about. And, you know, with your mates you'll be enjoying this, having lots of fun. And visually, the details are all really nice as well. And we've also got here one of the earlier cars in the game that you start with. You do your first few Destruction Derbies. They all have pros and cons in the sense of, you know, how strong they are, how much damage they can inflict on rivals, everything else like that. But it certainly gives you guys an idea of what it's all about. So that's the Destruction Derby mode then. Good fun. I look forward to seeing what the other arenas are like. I do think that this mode depends greatly on online modes. I would like to see more cars, and I think there's a lot of detail and a lot of damage in there, and they've limited it to the amount of cars that are actually in a bash up. I would like to see a race with like 20 cars in, all just going crazy, bashing into each other. I think it would have been quite mental really, especially online. But either way, it's good to see that they're putting this sort of detail into it, and when we see the finished game we can come up with an opinion on what it's actually all going to be like when it all ties together, because I say this is a very, very early version, so it's not one you can judge from. So that's it for this video then. So you can see here the other videos. Part 1 we looked at the first racing, Part 2 we looked at the Destruction Derby modes, then we've got other bits as well. We've got other racing, we've got the Hoonigan / Gymkhana modes, as well as one of the upgraded cars or the faster cars you get later in the sort of demo we have as well. But that's it from me for now, viewers. As ever, more dirt and more of everything else all very soon.